Hey, how are you? Happy Sunday. Last week I told you I was going to tell you a produce story, and I forgot. So we're going to start this week with the produce story and then get into the links I'm going to post. All right. When I was a buyer in the Hunts Point market, a street buyer, I was known as Dead Hands Paulie. Well, dead hands meant that if guys had perfect stuff, it seems like I always went to the box that had a problem, some decay and everything. So they used to call me Dead Hands Paulie, right? Which was a very good attribute because if the price was 10 and I picked out a box, that had some decay in it, all of a sudden the salesman got a little weak in the knees and maybe I bought him for 7, right? So it paid to be Dead Hands Paulie. So one day, the salesman says, Paulie, I got a load of green seedless grapes that not even you are going to find a bad box. Okay, buddy, let's go see. Now back then, grapes were in wooden boxes. They were had steel straps around them. We used to have claw hammers, and for you guys that old timers that know about it, used to just put that claw hammer in there, twist this thing, and just to snap the skid. So anyway, take 4 skids off the truck. Take the 2 skids off the tail. The 2 skids after that. All right, take that skid out on the left. Takes that skid on the left. Boom. I snack a couple of bands. I throw down 2 boxes. There's a straight load of green seedless, right? I open up the 3rd box. It's a box of red seedless. The guy almost fainted. And that's produce story. That's my produce story for today. I got a million of them. So, okay. This week, in the show notes, we have 3 links. And they 3 different links, but they all have one thing in common, and we'll get to that. One is the Produce for Better Health Foundation, which tries to, to increase produce consumption, which I'm all about that. Then Shay Myers, I put a link that he actually asked me a question on LinkedIn, and I did answer him, but I'd like to elaborate a little bit more. And it's basically about the box program and what I think, the consumption is going from here. Again, it's all about produce consumption. And last, Chris Vellon, he talked about the packaged foods, because produce snacks increasing in demand. So we're gonna talk about all those 3 things because increasing produce consumption, I've been saying this, all along. It's better for all of us. And again, Produce for Better Health Foundation is doing what I think the big retailers should be doing, or the PMA, United, or Walmart, Kroger, big retailers should do it. Selling and telling our story. Again, I'm sorry to beat a dead horse, but they're just not listening. The immune story. The health benefit story. Pick your story. Diet story. We have a million stories. The antioxidant story. No better way of getting antioxidants. It's better in its real form than in a pill form. That's real science. So anyway, that's what all these other industry associations should be doing, and I advise them to, why don't you team up and help these people get the story out, and let's have these big companies throw some money at this, because educating consumers, engaging the consumer is the way to increase and keep the increases we have during this pandemic, which leads into the second one, where Shay Myers actually asked me, and let me say something about Shay Myers. Shay Myers has taught me something about onions, taught me more about onions in this last year than I've learned in the previous 20 years. So I urge you to follow him, because he really is, he's a great guy to follow. And he guy knows his onions. Okay. If you look at the question, he actually asked me, what do I think about this box program? Now, anyone that's been following me for a while, you know that I was a big proponent of this box program, and I actually thought it might transform the retail business, hopefully for the better, because it would be increased competition. but it had to be in a better paradigm. Okay, retailers don't like me telling you this, but if they do sometimes mark stuff up 300 to 600%, and that's what's wrong with retail. Again, they just think they think they're selling widgets, and it's not. Fortunately, that is changing because of added competition. I can tell you, like, I used to hate Walmart's displays. Walmart made changes in the last year and a half with their displays. They actually put some big displays in the store. Like, I don't know if that's everywhere, but and their pricing is pretty on target. So on many things. So, getting back to the point, this virus definitely pushed the envelope on buying online, buying fruits and vegetables online, keeping people home, people cooking together, families staying together. I think that when this virus ends, that's staying. I think people realize how important family is and having meals together are. And maybe they're going to give up going to restaurants once or twice a week, and they're going to have those family meals. That's all better consumption for us because they're going to cook more at home than you can buy, than you plate at a restaurant. So it means more fruits and vegetables, I guess, per person. That's what I'm getting at. So again, to the box program, I always thought if you gave them a value box, or I'm a big supply and demand program. So to me, a value box is if this week's squash is in the crapper, you fill up that box with squash as a lead item. So you actually, so maybe like on your regular week, there was 2 or 3 pieces of squash. Now squash is $3 FOB. Okay, we're going to put 6 or 8 pieces. So that helps the farmer, the shipper, the retailer. Well, not the retailer in this case, but the person that's doing the box and the consumer. Everybody wins with that. Stuff gets moving. Consumers get a bargain. You're buying it cheap, so there's a little bit more profit margin. Everybody wins. So that's the way I was leaving, or an antioxidant box, right? So you're going to have a box with high vitamin C, a vitamin, different vitamin. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, that you could promote this many different ways. Again, it's all about the story. Somebody needs to get out there and tell a story. But I can tell you, people now if you listen to me maybe in the years past, I always felt that the problem with online produce selling is you really have to do it right. And they had no, let me back up. If you go to your store and your stores look like garbage, with your RPC displays and there's 4 pieces in a box because the box is not empty, that is not going to entice people to buy your stuff online. This COVID virus forced them to buy online. They had no choice. So now you have a captive audience. It's up to you whether you're going to keep it or screw it up. So if you give this people good stuff, good value, and you're going to send the stuff to their door, that's a winner, and consumption is going to stay that way. So, I'm sorry for rambling, but I love produce. I love you. I love the produce business. Chris Vellon again put up a post that's snacking produce is increased. First of all, produce has increased 20-30% across the board. You now have volume and sales like we were used to 20 and 30 years ago. The stuff just keeps on moving. It's great, right? So, but snack packs, and again, here's something, I'm not a big proponent of packaging, but because of this virus, guess what? I became a proponent of packaging. Why? Because people don't want you to touch. People don't want other people touching their produce. So packaging, I think a great package item is a banana. So singles, right? It comes in its own package. Tangerines, the same thing. That's what I said to Chris. I just want to get. I just said that to Chris because I want to get people involved and start talking, because I really believe collectively we could fix this. But it's really going to take a little more out of the box. I hate using that word, but it's the truth, because it's the people that run produce in these large retail. I don't think they don't have any produce experience, or they just came out of a Harvard MBA program and are selling widgets, because they're not selling produce the right way. So I'm just trying to make it better for everybody. Okay, let's talk about what can we talk about? Red peppers. Yeah, we're going to talk about red peppers. I got to tell you, this week market really came off, partly due to that hurricane that hit the Northeast, and you took 50 million people without power. Some people still don't have power. Take them out of the equation, and you had a market that was had volume to begin with, and you take those people out of the equation, so markets basically trended around 8.95 to 10.95 FOB on 15s, and around 12.95 for choice for big boxes. And really, the market was stagnant on the demand side. Remember last week that I said this time of year that you could see a drop off in volume? I was a week early. I think you're going to see a drop off in volume this coming week. Couple that with outstanding retail ads, because of last week they had to go and get some ads. So we got really good retail ads, and I think this market is definitely bottomed out and is on its way up. And I'm pretty confident that that's going to happen. I think we have seen the lows, and we're in for a higher market for at least the next week or two, until the end of the month, and you know what happens at the end of August. So I could say, when prime time has no time for you, you could call me anytime, because we always, what I always say, red peppers, you get them when they're hot, but you take them when they're not. So that's my mantra. I love red peppers. Really, that's really all I want to talk about this week. I'm sure after I hit end, there'll be 15 other items. I got to say, sorry, Scott. I know I promised you the first Wednesday of the month I'd do one, but I really didn't have anything to say, and I just don't want to come on here and say nothing. So okay. Recap. Let's get on board with Produce for Better Health Foundation, because they're trying to do what I've been trying to do my whole life: increase produce consumption. Follow Shay Myers. Help Chris Vellon. Help your fellow man. Love each other. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. I told you, 3 people in my house had the COVID virus, and I haven't. And the washing your hands and mask helps. And I'm in that category that's not supposed to do so good. So that's it. I love you. Love the produce business. Let's increase consumption together. I want to see it on television. You want me to make me a movie star. I'll be the guy on television. Tell people about produce. All right, Produce Paulie. Love you. See you next week. Bye.